Dear unmatched applicant, today's a big day, all right? You might not match today. And you're applying for orthopedic surgery, you're applying for internal medicine. I don't know what you're applying for, okay? But I need to give you my piece and tell you about my experience and describe to you why you have to. It behooves you. It's so critical for you to today you push up and you take a prelim program or a categorical program, okay? You do not, you avoid, to the best of your ability, you avoid the research year, okay? Obviously, if you match into a categorical program that you plan to stay at, problem solved. It's as if you never went unmatched. You'll just slip through the radar. No one will even know that you choked on match day, okay? But if you're someone who your only options are a prelim year or a research year because you want to reapply to ortho, to urology, to anesthesia, to whatever, and you're not able to match a categorical, avoid the research year. Okay, here are the reasons why you should do a prelim year. I'm going to tell you about it from a prelim surgery perspective, but all of these things apply for internal medicine or primary care. Okay, one, when you're a prelim, you're a real doctor. Okay, you're going into the hospital, you're seeing patients, you're getting not a publication list at the end of the year, but a procedure log, a case log. You're actually in the operating room, you're cutting patients, you're doing stuff. Okay, all of these things you could say, well, yeah, I mean, I'm going to get some benefits from doing the research year. Maybe I'm going to network in a research year, right? Maybe I'm going to meet some residents, one or two ortho residents during didactics or whatever. But think about when you're an actual doctor and you're in the hospital and you're consulting, okay? You're consulting orthopedics because you're a general surgery resident and you're talking to them. In my prelim year, what did we do? We worked with the ortho residents side by side. They rotated in our specialty and we rotated in their specialty. So you'll actually be a doctor doing ortho potentially as a surgical prelim rather than a research kid who's sitting on the side coming up to the residents during didactics and saying, oh, hey, can I help you with some data collection? Like, let's be real. All right, think about this. ACGME actual like benefits. When you're doing a prelim year, you have workout restrictions. When you're doing a research year, you don't have any of those protections. There's no body governing you. There's nothing. It's just you and your PI, right? And your contract, if you even have one, question mark, like, come on. So as a resident, you have workout restrictions. You have things that you're not allowed to do. You actually have some protections. You have a salary. What's the research year salary? Free or $30K a year? Nothing. Benefits? Zero. What's a resident salary? $70K. Health insurance. Disability insurance. Maybe there's a life insurance option. 401K matched. I ended the year with $5,000 in my retirement fund. All right. You're a real doctor. You have real benefits. You have health insurance. What if something happens to you when you're doing a research year and you break your leg or whatever? Are they gonna take care of you? I don't think so. So you actually have the protections of being a real doctor in a real hospital. Okay. You have broad exposure to actual other things besides just research and just ortho or just urology or whatever you're doing a research specialty in, okay? So what does that mean? I know you're so fixated right now. You didn't match into your specialty. Your whole life you wanted to be a neurosurgeon. You know, I talked to a kid last week. There's nothing else I'm going to do except orthopedics, he said. I'll do 3 research years in a row. Doesn't matter. Yeah, you're so excited now, and that's fine, okay? I'm not going to take that away from you. But things change, okay? Things change over the course of a year, over the course of 2 years. If you do a research year in one specialty, you're only improving your chances of getting into that specialty, if at all. If you do a prelim year, okay, as a general doctor, as a general surgeon, or in internal medicine, if you're applying to internal medicine or these primary care specialties, then you're actually building up a skill set and a broad exposure to what? Let's give an internal medicine example. You're getting exposed to cardiology, nephrology, a little bit of derm, emergency medicine, all of these things. If you do a general surgery research year, you're getting exposed to plastics, urology, neurosurgery. You're getting exposed to orthopedics, of course. You're getting exposed to other things, okay, and other residents, and anesthesia, and you're still getting exposed to primary care, unfortunately, because we have to interact with primary care. So what does that mean? let's say 6 months down the line you change your mind. Okay, I'm not encouraging you to change your mind, but let's just say you do. You have options, just like in my case and so many others. Okay, what about now? I was talking about the networking thing. This is the biggest part of, honestly, of the prelim year. When I was a prelim, we call it prelim privilege. Okay, let's say I'm a prelim and I have a case assigned. Okay, and I go to the operating room and I, finish up this X lap. Listen, I'm still in the hospital. I still have all my privileges as a doctor, and I can walk into I can look at the OR board, and I see Dr. Big Shot Orthopedic Surgeon doing knee arthroscopy, this, that, and what can I do? I can just pop into the OR. Hey, doctor, my name is Cal. I applied to orthopedic surgery the first time. I didn't match. I'm doing a prelim here. Can I hang out with you? Can I watch this knee? Can I scrub in? No one's ever told me no. Any of the benefits that you're getting in a research year, when you say, oh, I'm going to work side by side with the ortho attending. I'm going to work side by side with the urology attending. Dude, you can do that in a prelim, except you're already onboarded. You already have all the privileges. You're a doctor. They can actually give you the scalpel without incurring any liability. If you're a research kid, they can't just bring you into the operating room and let you actually do stuff. Maybe they will, but it's not legal necessarily. But if you're an actual surgeon, doctor, resident, you're protected. You can do that. You can do all that stuff. You can get all the exposure you want. You can go to the ortho gala. You can do whatever, okay? Now, here's the last thing. Dude, as a prelim, you can still do research. I mean, it's a no-brainer. You have to do a prelim. So if you do a research year, whether you're just stuck in a research year, if you can't go operate, okay? If you do a prelim, you can operate. You can scale back to another lesser specialty, quote unquote, or less competitive specialty if you want. And you can still do research. No one's stopping you from doing research. Okay? So how could you justify a research year? And I'll tell you why you can justify a research year. Because they tell you, we've taken 2 research fellows per year and we have a 100% match rate. Oh, dude, that's nothing. You want a program, a prelim surgery program or a prelim internal medicine program who takes 20 prelims a year and 18 of them match into their desired specialty. And they don't publish that. And the reason that you're not getting poached by, and trying to be recruited all the time by prelim surgery years is what? That's what's in demand. That's what people want. Okay? There's no, bulletin board or whatever like there is for the research years, like OrthoGate or something like that for the prelims, because it's what's actually sought after. But people convince you, oh, you should, this research year, it's the best thing for you. We have a history of getting unmatched people. Dude, I've had research years. They're like, oh yeah, well, we won't pay you for the first 6 months, but there's a promise. It's all verbal. Okay. Well, let me tell you the promise of a prelim that it's indisputable. The post-prelim opportunity. Man, in Florida, you only need 1 year of residency to be to have a fully licensed unrestricted medical license. I mean, I'm a doctor right now. I have a gap year. I'm working. My earning potential is that of an attending. All right. Of course, I'm lazy, so I don't work every day. I don't work on weekends. But some people, they could work 6 days a week with a license after 1 year of residency and make just like some attendings would make. So that's something you have to look into. The other thing is you might not match the second time, even if you do a research year. And now's the time for us to mourn our fallen heroes. Let me tell you them. Let me list them to you. Guy graduates from Morehouse School of Medicine, does a research year at my home program because he doesn't match the first time in ortho. All right, and then what? Doesn't match the second time around. The research year that he did, the research program that he did not even give him an interview. Now what? Where is he at now? Another research year. Didn't match the second time. The third time now. Where is he at again? Doing a third research year. Maybe today he matched. I don't know. All right, let me tell you about another guy. I rotated with him in my 4th year. He went off afterwards, did a research year. Then the next year came along. I matched radiology. I talked to him, called him on the phone. I didn't match, man. I ended up soaping again, and I just took EM. After he did the whole research year. Okay, got another guy. 3rd year in med school, takes a year off, does a research year. 4th year away rotations, applies to orthopedic surgery. Doesn't match. Did the whole research year, didn't match. Now where's he at? Internal medicine, categorical. Okay. I probably have 5 examples of people who did research years and did not match. Now there's still that example of, oh yeah, there is people who did research years and they matched into orthopedics, into urology. I know a friend, he did a research year in optho and he matched. And that's great if they match. But what if you don't match? Okay? Because we can't just give you the only the advice for just your one specialty. Dude, you have a life. You might have a family. You might have health needs. You might want to save up money. You might want to be somebody one day that's not based off just your specialty. That's not your whole identity. So I'm giving you the post-prelim opportunities of reapplying to that match for other specialties, of working in urgent care, having something tangible in your hand besides just publications. That's priceless, I have to say.